Today we are going to talk about properties of ionic and covalent bond. Okay, learning objectives are that how they behave in different circumstances. Ionic compounds. What are ionic compounds? Ionic compounds are formed when electrons are transferred from metal to a non-metal. Okay, producing positive and negative ions held together by strong electrostatic attraction. Okay, examples are sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, and calcium chloride. Properties of ionic compound, they have high melting and boiling point. Why? Because they have strong electrostatic attraction exists between them, oppositely charged ion. A large amount of energy is needed to overcome these factors. For example, the NaCl sodium chloride melts at 800 Celsius, whereas magnesium there because it will lose two electrons and oxygen will gain two electrons, so it melts above 200 2800 Celsius. Hard but brittle. They are strong ionic bond makes a compound very hard. Okay, when struck, the layer of ions shift and like charge came close together and repel, causing the crystal to break. Okay, so they are not. You cannot. You can say that you cannot uh, make them turn a lot. They will break it down. Okay, conduct electricity only molten or dissolved. Otherwise, they cannot conduct electricity. Solid ionic compounds. Ions are fixed in place, no movement of charges, and it does not conduct electricity. Molten or aqueous, yes, ions are free to move, so electric can current can flow, so it can conduct electricity. Okay, usually soluble in water. Water's molecules attract and separate the ions, allowing many ionic compounds to dissolve. For example, sodium chloride dissolve, KNO3 dissolve. Some ionic compounds are insoluble. For example, silver chloride, NbSO4, crystal-less lattice structure. Ions are arranged in the regular giant lattice extended in all directions. Covalent compounds. What are covalent compounds? Covalent compounds forms when non-metal atoms share electrons. For example, water H2O, carbon dioxide CO2, methane CH4, and oxygen O2. Simple covalent molecules. They have low melting and boiling point. Okay, the forces between the molecules are weak. Okay, intermolecular forces. So little energy is needed to separate them. For example, oxygen boils at minus 183 Celsius, whereas methane boils at 161 Celsius. That's why oxygen is in gas form in the atmosphere. They are poor conductor of electricity. Okay, no free ions, so there is no free electrons, so they cannot conduct electricity. You know that the pure water, okay, distilled water cannot conduct electricity. When you all the water that we drink or the rainwater or the seawater, they have ions. Seawater has a salt, whereas rainwater and all the other waters have some kind of ions in them. Examples: carbon dioxide and methane, usually insoluble in water. Covalent substance don't dissolve in water. For example, oil, wax, iodine. Some polar molecules, water and ammonia, are soluble. Okay, often gases or liquid. Many simple covalent substances are gases or liquid at room temperature because of their lower melting point. Again, the examples are oxygen, carbon dioxide. You can see that they are uh, in the form of gas. Giant covalent structures. These are the things, covalent structures that have a giant network rather than a simple molecular structure. For example, diamond, graphite, silicon dioxide, diamonds. Have very high melting point, extremely hard, and does not conduct electricity, and they are insoluble in water. Reason: carbon atom forms four strong covalent bond in a giant 3D structure. Graphite, they have high melting point, conduct electricity, soft and slippery. Okay, reason: each carbon forms three covalent bond. One electron per carbon is free to move. Layer slides over each other easily. whereas silicon dioxide very hard, high melting point, and does not conduct electricity. That's all about it.